Thank you, everyone. It's so good to be with you and say hello again this year. I'm here to talk about transportation and in particular VVTA, our public transportation in Apple Valley. Victor Valley Transit Authority, it's our buses, large ones, small ones, and innovative vans that we actually use. Another component of managing our infrastructures through the use of our public transportation. Ridership continues to increase. We're transporting folks to school, to work, the doctor, shopping. Hours of delivery, if you will, in the service are expanding also. This week, we're very happy to tell you we launched Route 42. It's a new route that goes through Apple Valley. Starts at Victor Valley College, goes to Jess Ranch, goes across Apple Valley Road and makes about 5 stops. And it's really, don't be frightened, it is convenient. I rode the route and it works so wonderfully. But then it goes on to St. Mary's Hospital, to Los Ranchos Mobile Home Park with approximately 400 residents in that complex. Just imagine the folks that need this service. It also goes to the Walmart Distribution Center, the Juvenile Detention Center, and finally, here's the big one for us, Victor Valley College Public Safety Training Center. Yes, finally! VVTA also launched something that's really excellent last month. It's a public safety mobile app. It's called VVTA Watch. It's a real-time reporting app, has a 911 button on it that will actually take you to Sheriff's Dispatch. It has the ability to take pictures without a flash. You can report things anonymously. I'm very proud to tell you that Victor Valley, or VVTA, is the first small transportation agency to carry this service in our nation. I'm very proud of this agency as we move into the 21st century with these types of safety apps and things that help us. As we talk about transportation and public safety, it goes together quite often. Apple Valley is also exploring ways that our citizens can assist our sheriffs. And I might say our sheriffs, we all know, but they're the finest officers ever. In difficult, trying times, I'm more appreciative of the men and women that put the suit on every day, as all of us in Apple Valley are. Apple Valley's in the initial stages. It's a discovery and creation stage of a public safety app called Apple Valley Watch. Much like VVTA Watch, we're exploring opportunities that will empower our citizens with a crime-fighting tool. You can use your phone to report a crime. When you think about the change that we're seeing in our lifetime, I say to you today that simply making a timely report is SMART. It's my little acronym, so watch for that as we move forward with our public safety efforts in the town of Apple Valley. We also continue to ask Sacramento to assist our town in public safety, and it's sometimes, as you know, it's a difficult journey, but we'll keep pitching, we'll keep representing and fighting. We're going to fight for our safe neighborhoods, our roadways, our schools, and our homes. Our level of service in Apple Valley by our sheriff staff and our volunteers is the highest ever. Our crime rate last year, this might surprise you. I actually double-checked this. Our crime rate was down 10% with reductions in Part 1 and 2 crimes. And of course, Part 1 is the most serious crimes, so it's good news for us. We have 51 sworn personnel who fielded more than 69,000 calls for service, an average of 191 per day. Deputies Troy Varel and Mike Cashin were recognized by Mothers Against Drunk Drivers for their exceptional enforcement efforts. That's all on our behalf. A citizen on patrol volunteer for 8 years. Her name is Judy Tobrowski. She's honored this year as the Victor Valley Footprinter Volunteer of the Year for 2016, and she donated, listen to this, 2,500 hours last year. Let's hear it for these volunteers. Whew. Our volunteers donated more than 14,000 hours to this town, saving you and I, more than $500,000. We thank them. There are plans for adding grant-funded bicycle patrol at James Woody Park, and we're going to increase enforcement out there, and we believe that it's going to help with pedestrian and vehicle type of issues out there, so we're excited about that. Another program that we're probably most proud of, it's the PAL program, the Police Activities League. They've set the standard in youth intervention and enforcement efforts. They engage our children. They demand, they force them to do better and be better. And that's why I use that term enforcement, because they have to meet a certain level to stay in these programs. A boxing gym, a drop-in youth center, activities and field trips. They all provide interaction between our youth and our deputies. Another grant program that we're working on, and this will be partially funded by grants and community donations, it's the S.H.O.C.K program. That is self-discipline, honor, obedience, character, knowledge. They just graduated their 20th class in May. That's our kids. I'm so proud of them. Let's hear it for these programs. So proud of them. Our police department, and that would be sheriffs, under the command of Captain Frank Bell, works tirelessly to protect our town, and we do offer all of our personnel our heartfelt thanks to our men and women in law enforcement for all that you do. All right, here's the big one. We're going to talk about water. Thank you for your vote on Measure F. It really was a resounding result for this town. This past June, you sent a clear signal to the council, and it said pursue acquisition. It began with citizens telling us their water rates were substantially higher than neighboring communities. The real estate industry, they told us water and the rates were hindering sales. Economic development recruitment has begun and became challenging because businesses and investors are concerned over the cost of water in Apple Valley. Our citizens conserve water. Here's the scale. You conserve water, bills go up. It is a backwards financial scale for the town of Apple Valley. Water, it's a life-sustaining source, and it should belong to its citizens. Currently, there are 2 cases proceeding through the courts. There's a decision in the environmental or S.H.O.C.K case that we expect by the first quarter of next year. The second is the eminent domain portion of the case, which is expected to go to trial next year. This council and your town believes a judge and ultimately a jury will see the greater good in the town and its citizens owning their water, this vital resource. We can afford the water system. We're equipped to run and manage the water system while utilizing many current employees. With the support of our citizens and our business owners, we're pushing forward for the right to purchase, to reduce rates, to stabilize rates, and say, our citizens, our town owns, manages, and delivers its water.